We reacting. We reacting. Yeah, you get no ads, so that's a plus. Yeah, he be gifting subs out here. Yeah, 3 scary true horror stories animated.
About 3 years ago, I was on.
All right, we jumping right into it. No intro or nothing. Camping. Yo, camping is horrifying. I don't care. Camping is like is scary, bro. Unlike like if you're at a mm, mm, mm.
About 3 years ago, I was under a lot of stress from dealing with people. I just wanted to be complete.
Oh, we gotta shut the lights off, right? We gotta shut the lights off, right? Right. When I went up and turned my light off earlier, I actually elbowed my computer and my computer froze and crashed. It's alright.
Alone, somewhere I
It's all
wouldn't have
good.
to see or talk to anyone. So I decided to go camping in a place where no one else would be around. After searching for a while, I finally found what seemed like the perfect spot.
No,
The day
dude.
came.
I would never, and I mean, y'all listen to me when I say this, never go camping in some random woods that isn't like a campsite that I could find on Google. Yo, I wouldn't do that. Bro, it's scary, man. Yo, that's scary. You did that once? Yo. That is scary as hell. Some bear could come up and like maul you.
I
That's
drove
scary,
out
man.
and arrived deep in the forest. As soon as I got there, I started setting up my tent. Not long after, I heard a
That is the thing. If you're with friends, if you're like a group with a group of like 4 friends, 4 or 5 friends, it's not that bad. Because yo, it doesn't matter what's out there, you can just jump it. Definitely not a bear. You'll definitely still get mauled, but you know. Still.
rustling sound behind me. Startled, I turned around, but there was no one there. After a moment of complete silence, I suddenly heard someone laughing from behind a tree. My heart dropped.
Who's there?
I yelled. Then I heard a quiet male
It's like a fox. It's like a fox. It's a fox. You know how foxes laugh? Like they have like or hyenas. Hyenas laugh. And it just sounds like someone laughing. Yo, imagine that. Oh my god. That's also scary.
voice reply. I'm not telling you.
Okay, I don't know what animal the Oh, what's up? Yo, I thought I thought the knock was in the video. The knock was in real life. Yeah. I was like, what is going on? All right, hold on.
Male voice reply. I'm not telling you.
I don't know what animal does that. I don't know what animal does that. You want to come up on the bed? No, you don't want to come up on the bed. Come on. My dog's being weird. All right, bro. Back to the video.
After I was done, I looked around to see if he was still there, but I couldn't tell. There were no sounds at all. So I sat down, watched some.
My dog's name is unusual for a dog. What's your dog's name? I need to hear now. I have 2 morbidly obese cats that are bonded, twin named Jack and Gus. That's the shit. Bob's not an odd name for a dog. I don't know. I feel like I hear a lot of people name their dog Bob.
YouTube videos and ate a simple canned meal. When night fell, I finally went into my tent.
That's kind of a
and laid
vibe.
down to sleep.
That's kind of a vibe.
That's when I heard a voice.
You just sit. You sit there. You sit there. Watch some YouTube videos. You know, eating, camping. Right. Then you just go to bed. Bro, that just seems so chill. That just seems like such a vibe.
It was the same tree the man had been hiding behind earlier. I could still hear him laughing.
Who are you? Have you been here this whole time?
I shouted. I'm really good at hiding, he said quietly. At that point, I was convinced something was seriously wrong with this guy, and I lost my patience.
Hey, stop messing around and come out here.
I yelled. Suddenly, he sprinted to another tree and hid behind it.
Oh my god!
Again. I was angry, but I had no idea what to do. I didn't want to get closer, and I had no idea what he might do. I was debating whether I should pack up and leave when he spoke again. That tent is going to be your coffin. That was it. I decided I needed to get as far away from this lunatic as possible.
Yo, he popped your tires, bro. That popped your tire. He popped your tires, bro. He popped your tires, bro. Yo, you're done. You're done. GG's.
Tearing down my tent. That's when he shouted,
Where do you think you're...
Bro, why would you tear down the tent? Tents can be replaced. Tents can be rebought. You can buy another tent. You can't buy another life. Leave!
Started rushing even faster. Suddenly, he screamed and burst out from behind the tree, charging straight at me. I ran to my
Hey,
car,
boy!
locked the doors, and drove off immediately. He chased after me and slammed his hands against my car windows. I might have been mistaken, but his hands looked enormous, at least twice the size of a normal person's. I barely remember the drive. I just got as far away as I could, called the police, and went straight home. I don't know what happened after that. All I know is that I wasn't hurt, and I'm grateful.
I would have drove around for hours before going home. Cause I don't. If I was like 15 minutes from the campsite or like 30 minutes from the campsite, I still wouldn't trust it, bro. I would drive around for like at least like 2 hours before going home. If I had a full tank of gas, like I drive around for at least 2 hours. Sounds ridiculous, but that's just what I do. Yeah, I just wouldn't go out to some random woods. I just wouldn't. I would go to a campsite or something. I've been camping once. It was fun.
Mansion was originally built around the year 1350 by the Redmond family. In 1666, it later came into
Redmond
the
family,
possession
shout
of the
out.
Tottenham family. Sometime in the mid-18th century, the Tottenham family experienced a horrific event in that house. After that, the building was used for various purposes over the years, including as a convent and a hospital. Eventually, in 2011, it was purchased by the Quigley family and opened to the public as a tourist attraction. While we were on the tour, I overheard other visitors talking about the house, and that's when I learned the legend that has been passed down through generations. This is the story they told. It was a stormy night. The Tottenham family, who were living in the mansion at the time, were sitting down to dinner when they suddenly heard a knock at the door. When the head of the household opened it, he found a handsome young man dressed entirely in black standing outside. The family later referred to him as the Dark Stranger.
That is.
They were a religious
odd
family,
looking.
and they believed it would be unchristian to turn a stranger away. So they let him in and
That
allowed
is-
him to stay. One of the daughters of the family, and
That doesn't seem like a good thing to do. Yeah, Christian or not, I feel like you shouldn't just let strangers into your house. What are the chances of him being like a serial killer? Just saying. Like stay in your house, especially when you have like a daughter in the house or like a wife in the house. When you have women in the house, like I wouldn't let some strange man in. Yeah, sorry, but nah, nah, dude, that's just not me, dude.
Tottenham, who was believed to have been around 16 years old, became infatuated with him. One evening after dinner, the family and the Dark Stranger were playing cards together. At some point, one of the cards fell onto the floor. When Anne bent down to pick it up, she noticed something horrifying beneath the table. The Dark Stranger's
Yo! Nah, this can't be real.
feet were shaped like a goat's hooves.
No
Anne
way.
immediately jumped up and shouted, "Your feet are split!" At that moment, the Dark Stranger burst into flames and shot
That's not real, bro. No way that's real. That cannot be real.
up into the air and burst through the ceiling before vanishing into the night sky.
Mm.
A massive hole was
This did
left
not happen.
behind in the ceiling. According to legend, no matter how many times the family tried to repair it, the ceiling kept cracking. After that night, Anne was never the same. Her behavior changed completely. She
See,
stopped
I believe the camping one. I totally believe the camping one because there are weird people out there who would do that shit. like serial killers and like actual like drug addicts that would come out of the woods and try to kill you. But this, I just don't believe.
Speaking and lived in a constant state of fear. Eventually, her family locked her inside her room.
Yeah, if dude, I'm just saying, if if there's some guy with goat hooves and shit and he burst into flames and went through the roof, you're just cooked. You're not going to be able to get away from if that's a real thing. Just, I don't know, bro.
She refused to eat.
I
and
don't
spent
believe
most of her
this.
time staring
I don't
out
believe
the window,
this.
as if she were waiting for the dark stranger to return. Anne died in 1775. When her family discovered her body, it was said to be rigid, with her arms and legs twisted into unnatural positions.
Stop.
No matter how hard they tried,
Yeah, the one last night, I don't know.
they were
Yeah.
unable to straighten her body.
Maybe we'll watch
In
some
the
more.
end,
We'll try to
she
find
was
real
buried
ones.
in that twisted posture. People later claimed that because Anne had seen the devil himself, her soul was twisted. Over the years, those who entered her room reported hearing whispers and
I
the
want to enter this room. I want to go in this room. I want to go in this room. I don't believe it until I'm in that room.
sound of footsteps when no one else was there. At one point during the tour, a visitor asked me to open the door to the room where Anne had been kept. The moment I opened it, I briefly saw the figure of a woman dressed in black standing right in front of me. I believe it was Anne's ghost.
Gets sketchy, bro. That's sketchy. That's sketchy, dude. That's so sketchy, dude. My take on all that is like you don't like you can't physically be alive or like spiritually be alive after you die. Whether you're religious or not. I just believe like after you die, then you just go back into a state of non-existence as you were before you were born. Which I'd hate for it to be true, because like that's just kind of a sad way to like think of death, but that's what I think is the real thing. But like I don't know. I could be proven wrong one day. I could, see God and just like, You think you believe in reincarnation? Reincarnation, I feel like, is a good way. You're a Christian. I don't know. I'm not explaining what I am. I don't really. I would say, you know what? I don't care. I would say I'm a Christian. I would say I am, but I just like I just don't believe after you die then like something like then you still live. I just feel like you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, this is just an opinion. I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm just going to like end this topic and I'm just going to continue the video.
I also felt an intense, unnatural cold. But as more people entered the room, the cold suddenly disappeared. Years have passed since then. When I think back on that house, part of me still wants
Just until I don't know. I just got to be like, I got to be proven to like, see, I don't know. I don't know.
to visit it again someday. But I've since learned that the property has changed ownership, and it is no longer open to the public.
Sorry.
Around 2015, I was living in Tempe and working at a credit card company's call center. I worked the night shift, and I practically lived on coffee. I drank so much of it that my clothes always smelled like coffee. The job itself wasn't that hard.
My scream
but really
scared
made it
you? I didn't
difficult
mean
was
to,
when
my bad.
Coworkers and we were constantly on calls with no time for small talk. Tall cubicle walls separated each desk, so we couldn't even see each other's faces. Because of that, even though we worked together for over 6 months, we'd barely ever spoken.
It was funny.
Then one day, I ran into her in the break room. She suddenly said to me, "I've explained this 3 times already. How do you still not understand?" I honestly thought I misheard her. "Excuse me?" She looked at me and added, "That's what I wanted to say to the customer I was just on the phone with. He was unbelievably frustrating." For a moment, I just-
She was like, yo, why are you yelling at me then? You should say that to her. I hate the photos one IRL. It gives me the creeps.
Stood there, confused. Then I started to feel irritated. I asked her why she was saying that to me. She didn't respond. She simply walked back to her desk, sat down, and started taking calls again as if nothing had happened. I decided I'd confront her after work. When my shift ended and I walked to the parking lot, I saw her standing there, waiting for me. I was surprised, but I kept a straight face and asked her why she had talked to me like that earlier.
Yo, I'm gonna never
She
mind.
smiled and said, "Oh, so it bothered you?" I didn't really have a choice. I had nowhere else to vent my anger.
Yo, I'm gonna predict it. At the end, she's gonna talk to her boss. She's gonna complain to her boss about this woman, and he's gonna be like, I don't know a woman by that name. She doesn't work here.
The customer wasn't in front of me, and breaking the monitor would have cost too much. As she spoke so calmly, my hands started to shake. This wasn't the usual caffeine jitters. It was fear and anger.
Why is a woman actor as a man? Yeah, that is odd, ain't it?
I
don't know.
warned her very clearly never to speak to me like that again. Her expression changed instantly. Her eyes went cold. And then she said, I think I know what I should break next. The moment I saw her eyes, I understood. This was the kind of person you should never get close to. I ignored her and got into my car. She suddenly slipped off one of her heels and raised it, as if she were about to smash my window. I panicked, started the engine, and drove straight home. That night, I texted
Crazy bitch, bro. Crazy ass bitch, bro. Yo.
my team leader and told him everything. The next day, Amber was officially warned.
Okay, never mind. My prediction was totally 100% wrong.
After that, I avoided even making eye contact with her. Then one day, I heard she had quit. I felt relieved.
No, dude. Yo, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't try to get the person in trouble because I just hate making enemies even more. Like, if you get in a fight with someone, like, say at school or something, I get into a fight with someone at school, I just don't snitch on them. I just, like, whatever, the fight happened, something happened, I'm just, like, I'll just let it go. Whatever. The teacher's not gonna do anything. Did you tell him? I mean, if you got jumped, that's another thing. Getting jumped is a whole nother... Yo, that's when fighting and just, like, getting the dog shit beat out of you is, like... That's the fine line right there. Like, you don't fight back when there's, like, 3 different guys. It's like, yeah, see, that's just, like, hard... That's, like, damn near impossible to win. So, yeah, that's, like, like, if it's, like, a one-on-one fight, you and another dude just, like brawling it out, and then you go to a teacher and tell him about the 1v1 you had, the teacher's gonna be like, well, you were both fighting, get them both in trouble. But if you tell a teacher that you got jumped by 3 guys, the 3 guys are gonna get in trouble, not you. So
But not long after that, when I finished work and walked to the parking lot, she was standing right next to my car. She positioned herself
Run!
at the driver's door
Run!
to block me from getting in. She said she wanted to apologize and
Oh.
asked if I'd get something to eat with her.
Nah, no, dude, I don't care. You get someone in trouble, you piss them off, and then she, like, oh my god, and then she, like, says, go out and get dinner with me. Hell no, dude. Say absolutely not. I hate this so much. I'm scared. I'm sorry. You want me to, like, I don't know what I can do. I'm sorry.
Something felt very wrong, but against my better judgment, I agreed. We went to a nearby diner. As we
If that's the look she's giving you, you're cooked. You sit at that diner with her, you're already cooked, man. GG's, bro. You're already cooked, bro. I don't know. She acts like she acting like she's into her.
ate, I realized she hadn't come to apologize at all. Her apology was brief and empty. The entire time she stared at me as if she might stab me with her fork at any moment. A forced smile
Yeah, that's like chopped up like steak. It looks odd.
hadn't come to apologize at all. Her apology was brief and empty. The entire time she stared at me as if she might stab me with her fork at any moment. A forced smile stayed frozen on her face. When I finally got home, an overwhelming, unexplainable exhaustion washed over me. The next day, she was waiting for me in the parking
Strike 2. Wait.
lot again. Once again, She asked me to grab a bite with her.
Strike 2. No. No. That's like if, like, one of my viewers asked me to get something to eat with them. I'd say no. Sorry. You know, but you got a minute left. A minute left. I believe in you. You can do it. I
Told
believe in
myself
you. A
this
minute
would be
left.
the last time. While we were eating, she suddenly said, "There's something I've always wondered." "What is it?" I asked.
Holding a knife.
"How do people live like that?" she said. "What do you mean? How does everyone manage to keep living while holding
Oh
back
my-
the urge to kill someone?" she whispered.
Run. Up. Go. Is there anyone else in that diner? Yo, waiter. Check, please. Please. Yo, check, please.
"They're so good at suppressing it, but I'm not anymore." She leaned closer and continued, "I'm trying to decide whether or not I should stab you with a knife right now." That was when I finally understood what she was. I looked straight into her eyes and said slowly, "You're not like most people, and honestly, I pity you. You're going to spend the rest of your life suppressing a dream that can never come true." Then I left. I went straight home.
Damn, that's a fucking, like, to say to your stalker murderer. That is a hell of a speech to say to her.
Thankfully, she never came looking for me again. But even now, I still wonder, what kind of person was she? And what exactly was she planning to do to me?
She already said what she was planning to do to you. She said she was gonna kill you. What? All right, yeah, that was a good video though. That was a good video. I liked that.